Antagonist: any muscle that opposes the action of the agonist is an antagonist, such as the biceps femoris, which is an antagonist during knee extension because it opposes the action of the quadriceps femoris. Before a prime mover can contract, the antagonist muscle must be equally relaxed. This is brought about by nervous reflex inhibition. Remember that these terms describe movements relative to each other. Therefore, the biceps femoris become an agonist and quadriceps femoris become the antagonist during the knee flexion. Fixator: a fixator contracts isometrically. Contraction increases the tone but does not in itself produce movement. To stabilize the origin of prime mover so that it can act affectionately. For example, the muscle attaching the shoulder girdle to trunk contract as fixator to allow the deltoid to act on the shoulder joint. Synergies: in many locations in the body, the agonist muscle crosses multiple joints before it reaches the joint at which its main action takes place. To prevent unwanted movement in an intermediate joint, muscle called synergist contract and stabilize the intermediate joints. For example, flexor and extensor muscle of the carpus contract to fix the wrist joint, and this allows the long flexor and the extensor muscle of the finger to work efficiently. Remember, these terms are applied to the role of the particular muscle during a particular movement. Mm, Many muscles can alter their roles and act as an agonist and antagonist, a fixator or a synergist from moment to moment, depending on the movement to be accomplished. Muscle can also be paradoxically bicep brachii. A flexor of the elbow joint may contract and modulate the rate of extension of the elbow when the tricep brachii contracts. Skeletal muscle nerve supply: the nerve trunk to a muscle is a mixed nerve. About 60% of the nerve fiber are motor and 40% are sensory. Also, nerves contain some sympathetic autonomic fibers. The nerve enters the muscle at about the midpoint on its autonomic on its steep surface, often near the margin. The point of interest is known as motor point. This arrangement allows the muscle to both protect its nerve trunk and move with minimum interference with the nerve trunk. The individual motor neurons within a muscle supply a variable number of muscle fibers that are arranged in a variable spatial distribution. A single motor neuron plus all the muscle fibers innervated by the neurons constitute a motor nucleus. The size of motor neuron, the number of muscle fibers supplied by a neuron vary greatly from muscle to muscle according to the size and function of the muscle. Large motor unit up to several hundred muscle fibers per neuron, and characteristic of a large trunk. Regular and large muscle, small motor neuron, a few as 5 to 10 muscle fiber per neuron. Or feature of precision movement muscles such as acrocular muscle and the muscle in the main. Individual muscles are named according to their shape, size, number of head or bellies, their attachment or action. Some examples are name, pay attention to the name of muscle and understand their name, which convey a great deal of information that will enable better understanding, reduce word memorization. These are the figures which is helpful to understand the skeletal muscle.